Joe Sawtelle said, there's no limit to what you can get done if you don't care who gets the credit. And I think
Joe's an example of that.
Joe is a good example of that.
She's a very giving person and has helped out a lot of people. A lot of people don't realize how much she's done, and she doesn't want them to know.
You're never going to say no to Joe.
That's impossible.
To say no to
As you know.
Yes, I know.
She worked hard all her life. She was brought up on a farm, and I think that probably made her who she is in many ways.
She realizes that philanthropy and public service is not a one-shot deal, that there's always something that needs to be done. Once you get involved in that process and you realize you're in it for the long haul, well, I think you can get more done because you don't get discouraged, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, but this isn't about us. This is
No, but
about Joe.
Passionate, a go-getter.
She's funny,
Competent.
smiling,
Yeah, happy.
Feisty.
bright, strong.
Mr. Shu.
Call me Louie.
Louis.
Louie Shu.
Louis Shu. If I could ask you to describe Joe in 3 words, what would those be?
Caring and generosity,
Young at heart.
Smart.
problem solving. She's always able to think on her feet.
A visionary.
And a very good friend.
When you think about Joe's impact on the community, what comes to mind?
Oh, I don't know. I think I might have to turn this over to Beverly.
Jo Lamprey is a force on so many levels.
I remember visiting her one time when she was in the hospital for some sort of procedure, and she was telling the nurses what to do and how to do it. But she was doing it in such a beautiful way that everybody felt part of her team at the same time.
It's a compassionate way in which she just, sometimes not so gentle, will just say, we're done talking about this now, right? And to a room of like 30 people.
She's just really a board pro, and she does it in a way where she's teaching people and they don't even know that they're being taught.
If people were not acknowledging and participating and moving forward, she would make sure that we did move forward.
It's like looking around the room when she does crack the whip and some of the ladies are like shocked, it's like, who dare you speak to me like that? And Joe's just give her the eyeballs and people pay attention, and which I love. I mean, that's a strong person. I just love Jo for that.
And then she smiles.
People have said she's a shrinking violet. Some have said that Jo is a shrinking violet. Would you?
No.
No.
Am I allowed to laugh on the video now?
I wouldn't call her a shrinking violet.
Oh, that makes me want to cry. That's awful.
Talking about the right person
Or
here?
afraid to speak her mind.
No.
I can't even wrap my head around it.
She's no shrinking violet in my eyes.
We all know some shrinking violets, and Jo Lamprey is definitely not one of them.
A shrinking violet. And afraid to speak her mind.
Lies and lies.
She's able to talk to you as a friend and let you know when she thinks you've made a mistake.
You think?
Her philanthropic IQ is very high, more than any of us probably. Also her dedication to women.
She has been a mentor to me since day one.
She's taught me how to not only lead from behind, but to lead with impact.
Jo taught me that you do what you say you're going to do, you say what you mean, and I love that about her.
I have an enormous amount of respect for Jo's deep concern about our climate and our planet. And she has been practicing what she's been preaching with that for a long time, and she's been a real leader.
Jo is a forever friend of UNH. Her impact, especially over the last 10 to 12 years, has been huge.
Close with many of our deans and just be a mentor to so many out here. And people are usually shocked to know that she's not an alumni of UNH. Later in May, we are honoring her with an honorary degree for UNH, which is, long time coming, but well deserved.
I mean, I know that she doesn't want to have that big roast thing, that I would just love to see her up there, because I'd really like to fry her up there too.
I think the biggest reason that I wanted to have a roast for Jo was because I just so badly wanted to hear the story about her giving John Kennedy an enema.
Giving JFK an enema.
Really? I wasn't part of that.
For some strange reason, Jamie has inserted John Kennedy into the story when it was actually Jamie that got the enema. I think it's something Priscilla never really knew about, so it's good that it's coming out now.
Literally.
Literally, yeah.
She joined our board and then became the president of our board. She really helped guide us forward, and in her vision and her leadership, she really helped us grow by encouraging others to join along with her, and she would walk her talk.
Who doesn't like animals? But so that's how we got involved with it, and Jo and I got each other's back.
She's the helicopter mom of dogs. She loves her dogs. She loves her dogs so much, and she loves them equally as intensely.
I think one of the pleasures of working at the New Hampshire SPCA is that I get to see Jo loving on her pups in the back of her car, or going to her home and seeing how spoiled they are, and wouldn't we all want to be one of Jo's pups?
She's always doing something for somebody, either at UNH or Friends Forever.
Having Jo Lamprey as someone who's invested in Friends Forever teaches us all that no matter how accomplished you are, you can always do good. And Jo Lamprey gives so much, not only physically, but also of her time. And to know that someone is so genuinely interested in what you do and what you're achieving, that pushes us all as young professionals to constantly keep achieving in our careers.
Because she's such a believer in the alumni, we thought, well, the best thing to do is to create a fund like we did for Maxine that will be there forever, to have an alumni come annually, and to have Jo's name attached to that alumni being here and adding to the program and adding to their own life and mentoring existence.